Did you know that Pookie actually means a little fart that crawls out of your butt? Did you guys know that? Yeah? New information? Are you as equally as surprised as I was? Not really? I mean, I've been calling my friends Pookie since that Pookie guy came out, you know? Like I've been pooking my way through life for a while now, and like I'm just realizing that I'm calling my friends and like random things or like random situations like wherever the hell I'm using Pookie. I'm basically referring to a small fart that crawls out of my ass or anybody's ass for that matter. That's weird. That is weird. Yeah, I don't know. There was just like something interesting. So I was like, you know what? I should probably share it with my processors because what if they didn't know? And you've been going through life saying Pookie, 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 and you're just oblivious to what it means. I'm just trying to help you guys out. I swear. All good intentions. And that is why today, to make you guys a little bit more aware, let me talk about another Pookie thing that I recently indulged myself into, okay? So, let's talk about a Pookie movie, okay? You watch movies, I watch movies. We all love watching movies. That's the only source of entertainment that we can probably enjoy with a lot of people or even alone. It's nice, movies are nice. Spending time with your family while watching a movie, all nice stuff. And me being Indian, I love watching my Bollywood movies. I love, 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 love all Bollywood movies. Not all of them, which is exactly what we're going to get into. But I do enjoy watching Bollywood movies because it's just like it's closer to my heart, and I understand the language and the humor. It all just makes sense. It comes together. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh my god, but Bollywood movies, people just start dancing out of nowhere. Yeah. But let me also clarify this, okay? I'm not a musical lover at all. Fuck musicals. I can't. I hate musicals. I cannot tolerate musicals. But Bollywood movies I can. And let me explain why. So the thing is, musicals, they are almost as if you're singing the dialogues, right? Like I don't know how to. I haven't seen enough, but a couple of them that I have seen is like The Greatest Showman, Mamma Mia, and I gotta say, I might get hate for this, but I'm just none of them worked out for me. I did not enjoy any of them. Story wise, they're all good. Even I'm gonna mess up the pronunciation for this one, but Les Miserables. I don't know how to say it. Les Miserables. The thing is, I even took French for like I think a year in school, and I'm still, yeah, Les Miserables. You know what I'm talking about, the Anne Hathaway one. Even that one, I don't like it when people sing their dialogues. What is that? In Bollywood movies, when there is a song, they're mostly showcasing their emotions, basically, right? If like the protagonist and the main female lead are gonna like fall in love, we have a music come in between to like express those feelings, right? And the songs are very usually, and this is like in the past, okay, but in the 2000s the songs were just so, that was what you like, that's the only source of music you have. I think for a while we had albums coming in and out, and it was very popular at the time, but then slowly we kind of got over it. Everybody was consuming the music that was in the movies. So that's our source of music and entertainment. Movie and music together. Right? You get what I mean? And the thing is, when they're singing their emotions, there's also like a lot of like, but dialogues that don't make sense. Like, why are you singing your dialogues? The dialogues are meant to be said. Why are you singing them? It's not as impactful as like delivering them with like, the emotion. I guess it's impressive. If you can sing your dialogues, good for you. But I'm not really enjoying it as a person who like would rather watch a good dialogue delivery with the way that you're supposed to say a dialogue. I do not want the movies that I watch to have singing dialogues. You know what I mean? Mostly the songs have, like, when it's in Bollywood, the songs have emotion into them. They're like, you know, that's how I can express my feelings. If I can't express them in words, this is how I'm gonna express that. You know what I mean? Yeah? You do? Good. That's good. I'm glad we're all caught up there. But you know what pisses me off? When a genre of movies that you love, for example, I'm a big rom com lover. I love everything rom com, but it's just nice. The rom com makes you feel good. It's comfort. It's something that, maybe you're like, one day it's gonna happen to me. So I like that. I like having that belief, and I like having that soft spot and like that happy place, basically, right? And it's much worse when the genre of movies that you usually relied on and have grown up with fuck that genre. And therefore, I'd like to bring in the hideous shit show of a movie that has recently been presented to me on Netflix called Nadaaniyan. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys knew where I was going with this. Also, because maybe the title also says it. I haven't decided the title yet, okay? Okay? So we're gonna decide that later. But how can somebody who made classic, very like cult classic rom coms in since forever fuck up this bad? Oh my god! No, 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 no. I draw the line at this. This is the movie where I draw the line. Because until now, I was still ready to give it some sort of like, like, koi baat nahi, I'll give it a chance. It's okay. Doesn't matter. It's okay. Bollywood's been fucking up for a while now. They've been making shitty movies left and right. There are a few of them that come out and you're like, wow, this one was good. But it's not supposed to be like that. We're not gonna. Why are we supposed to have shitty movies to like appreciate the good ones? Why can't we have good movies where we all appreciate everything? The world would be such a happy place, and that's just not possible because the world is not a happy place. But Nadania has really upset me. Okay? I think okay, so for a lot of people, I know most of my processors and my friends are non-Hindi speaking people. So they probably don't know what I'm rambling about. But let me explain it to you, okay? So like basically there's this new movie called Nadaniya, and let me read the plot to you. So the plot of the movie is the story here revolves around a rich Pia. Let's do that one more time. The story here revolves around Rich Pia, who is played by Kushi Kapoor, who is Sri Devi's daughter, dealing with personal issues even as she puts on a smile and faces the world. Arjun, who is the main lead, played by Ibrahim Ali Khan, who is Saif Ali Khan's son, is focused on his career and doesn't want any distractions. After a misunderstanding with her friends, she convinces Arjun to act as her fake boyfriend in exchange for money. Of course, feelings get in the way. And literally, that's the plot. There's nothing in this story. Zero. Okay? It kind of, even this synopsis is better than the entire movie. Can you imagine that? The movie is that bad. Okay? First of all, we have the worst. Like, oh my god, you have the worst protagonist ever. This protagonist has no personality. Her ambitions, her dreams, her goals are nothing. We're not told anything about this protagonist at all, except for the fact that, oh my gosh, I'm from a rich family, and like I have like sarcastic grandparents, and like my dad is also kind of like not in the picture, but he's there. He loves me. Like I'm the princess of the house. But it's just mind-numbing bullshit that we're given in the first part of the movie. And the thing is, like, I'm not even able to put my words together for this because like I just have so many thoughts up here and I just can't. It's frustrating. You're the main lead, and like, okay, The problem is not even with the story. That's what I'm saying. The synopsis actually is much better than the entire movie that I watched. That's because the synopsis is interesting. I know it's been there, done that, like repeated gisa pita plot, but it is something that people want to watch. And like I feel like my generation, my parents' generation, my generation, we're all going through these phases where like there has to be good rom-com coming in, right? I had Javi Met growing up, right? Javi Met was like my like I wanted Aditya in my life. I wanted to be Yeet. I had Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, even though that's like more for my parents a little bit because like yeah, but I had Pooh and I had Rahul and I had whatever the other person's name was. You know what I mean, right? We had these cult classics to look back at and like, to feel that, oh my gosh, wow. But then even this new generation needs this, right? I get it. I get why like we have this repeated theme coming up again and again. But at least do it well. What's the point of having bad actors be in a film? Okay? I don't get it. Like the thing is, I actually was like, you know what? It's okay. If nepotism is like, doing its job, and if we have actors who are actually good, for example, Alia Bhatt, which is the only actress I can explain who does a good job. Also, a little bit Sonakshi Sinha. Just after looking at her in Hira Mandi, I think that that was also good. But again, they're not doing like exceptional work. Alia Bhatt is, but none of the other these nepa kids are doing anything. Nothing of like, wow, this is it. This is exactly what we were looking for. This explains why nepotism should be there. Is this no? And like Kushi Kapoor, Ibrahim Ali Khan, both come from very like their parents, both of them are very well known, very talented people. And Saif Ali Khan, I would say, is I don't know. I can't really. I've always liked Saif Ali Khan in a rom com setting, and I know that he is a good actor, but he's not like the best. But he was always like the good to look at, perfect candidate for a rom com, and like I just have a lot of like childhood memories of watching him on the screen and like being like, yeah, that guy's cute. So having Shri Devi's daughter and Saif Ali Khan's son on the screen was like, yeah, you know what? This might be nice. It could be nice. Even though Kushi Kapoor's sister, elder sister, I hate. I'm sorry. The thing is, I just can't tolerate them. They're just bad. There are so many faults with this movie. But the worst fault is that they hired actors who can't act. And you can't even call them actors because they're just star kids. They're not really actors. Just because, your parents can do it doesn't mean that you can replicate the same thing again. That's just something that I think everybody needs to know. You know, some people possess the talent, some people don't. Maybe, like, you have other opportunities, you have so much money, you can do something else with this. But that doesn't mean that you have to indulge yourself into the industry if you don't really possess the talent for it, because then you're shoved down other people's throats. Normal people who actually like to enjoy movies, you're shoved down their throats, and then you're made to be watched. And I don't think I can do that anymore. I think I'm done giving chances to Bollywood to, like, try one more time with a Nepa kid and like see if it works out. No, I'm done. I'm actually gonna start watching Bollywood because if this is how it's gonna continue, I think I'm well off not watching Bollywood movies anymore. So basically, let me get into the story because even the story is stupid. The direction was horrible. But basically, we have this girl, Pia, who's looking for a made up boyfriend because her friends, first of all, her friends, oh my god, her friends, the weakest friendship I've ever seen in my entire damn life. There is no loyalty in that friendship. There is nothing. Okay. She starts off by introducing her friends to us, who are like these, they're my sisterhood. Like, everything that I have, everything that I am is because of them, because we grew up together. And the reason why this friendship gets messed up is because one of the same guy in the friend group named Ayan messages Pia, and Pia's other, so these are like three friends, right? I'm sorry, like I'm kind of like rolling around the story because like there is no format here and neither was there any format there, so it's not really my fault, okay? But there are three friends. One of the friends really likes Ayan, and Pia is the main protagonist, right? So they're sitting in this room and like, they're on Pia's phone trying to look at this dumbass TikTok they made, by the way, which was important to put in the scene. Yeah, we watched a stupid ass TikTok being made in the film. What was the point? You could have just shown them sitting and doing anything on the phone, but you needed to show us that they made this, like, and like it's silence. There's silence in the background while if you watch the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. But basically, um and then the friend sees Ayan's message on Pia's phone, and he's like, trying to hit her up, trying to like get her attention, and he's like, hey, like, what's up, you look good today, da, da, on the phone, like all texting. And she's like, why is he texting you? And Pia has the worst, like, I don't know, like, I'm saying this in English, she's saying it in Hindi.
पिया ये क्या है सायरा आई डोंट नो वो मुझे ऐसे मैसेजेस क्यों भेज रहा है देखो मैंने रिप्लाई भी नहीं किया
Who talks like that? Who talks like that? Who talks like that? What Gen Zs out here are talking like that, eh? Like, I don't get it. And this is like, I'm being accused of being a bad friend. I'm being accused. I'm gonna start yelling. I'm gonna be like, believe me, I've done nothing. I've done nothing. I haven't texted him. I don't care. I didn't even bother checking the messages. Believe me. And then, like, while she's like, I didn't even respond. And the friend's like, well, you didn't stop it either. Good point. Honestly, can't argue with that. But yeah. Anyways, that's what creates the whole confusion. And then, she goes to Paris or some shit to like go on a retreat with her mom, because they're rich people. So that's what they do, like they go on retreats to Europe. She comes back to school and she's in like this really hi-fi school, by the way. Their school is like really, really like the elite student of the year type shit. Okay? That's what they try to do. They try to bring in like elements from all these like classic movies, and it just doesn't work because you don't have good actors. And then so she's in this rich school, she goes back and she like sees her friends and she's like, oh my god, and they're like, just stay away, don't come close to us, stay away, you're not the person that we thought you were, stay away. And she still tries to explain herself, and I'll try out a clip, okay? So you just know what I'm saying. Like, I mimicked what she was saying, but like I just want you to see the raw footage, okay? I'll try to see if I can include that here. But basically, she's trying to convince her friends that there was nothing there. And then the Ayan guy comes into the picture. By the way, so ugly. I'm sorry. Also, sue me, but even Kushi Kapoor is ugly. I'm sorry, okay? When you have when the entire plot of the movie is based on how rich and how pretty and how gorgeous and everything you are, I think pick somebody who's gorgeous and pretty and also does not talk like that. Okay? Like, I'm sorry, her side face was atrocious to look at in the entire film. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm sorry. Like, the thing is, I don't, well, you should not talk about people's appearances. But I feel like I can talk about it in this situation specifically because the entire movie was supposed to be about that and how pretty she is, And she was just not pretty to look at. Okay? The entire time, I was having a very hard time looking at how she was talking, how she was using her mouth. She didn't even open her mouth fully while she's delivering her dialogues. I'm opening my mouth a lot more, even though I'm not even acting. I'm just speaking, you know? And Miss Ma'am is on screen. She's been in this industry for how long, and she does not know how to act. So why even try, babe? Why try? But okay. Shove yourself down our throats, I guess. That's how it works. That's how it works anyway. But yeah, so she's trying to convince her friends that there was nothing there, and Ayan's there as well, and he's like, babe, you're mine, babe, da 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 da, babe. And then she's like, no, I have a boyfriend.
कुछ तो बोल दे यार, ट्राई कर, just say something, anything, क्योंकि मेरा already एक boyfriend है.
What? And of course she lies about that. That's when Arjun comes in, and Arjun's supposed to be poor. Let's get this straight. Arjun is supposed to be a poor boy whose mom's a teacher and whose dad is a doctor. What doctors are poor? Is he working as like a free doctor? What kind of doctors are poor? What kind of doctors' kids are poor? I don't get it. I don't know. I thought, see, the reason why people put themselves through years and years of medical education is because they want to reach that level. Of course, you want to help people too, but like, there are benefits to that, right? To spending that many years studying, there's benefits to it later on. Like you reap the I forgot what the phrase is. You reap the something you sow. You reap the sow. You know what I'm going at, or what I'm getting at. But yeah, so like his father's a doctor and his mom's a school teacher in the same school, by the way. Yeah, the elite school where elite kids study and where teachers also probably get paid in a good amount. Yeah, that school, and he's poor. He's poor. He's 100% scholarship kid who goes into the school, and the way we are introduced to him is just like the most cringiest. He's running and jogging early in the morning. He gets home and his mom's like, I have your protein shake ready or some shit. I can't remember, okay? And he just has the sweetest, best relationship with his parents.
Exactly. आज से ही practice कर लेते हैं.
और वहाँ पे तुम्हारी strict diet का ख्याल कौन रखेगा? तुम्हारे लिए smoothies कौन बनाएगा?
कोई नहीं बनाएगा. Thank God. I love you guys.
First of all, if you're poor, I'm just telling you, I'm not saying but this is just not how we talk. If you're supposed to make them Gen Z and relatable and for the generation now or the one later, make them relatable. Who talks like that? I don't talk to my parents like, oh my god, I love you guys. Of course I love them, but I don't voice it out like that. And like, it's like, they're stuffing us with food. Like, like it's like ready-made food and they're just stuffing it. Like, it's like, I get it. There are ways to show that he loves his parents and without it being like a thing, without it being like, I love you guys. He could do something else with it, Like there are other ways of going about this. He doesn't have to word it out, Anyways, so he has the best relationship with his parents, and so he goes into that school, and this is when we are again introduced to him in a little bit, like in a more weirder and more like cringy way. So this is like the setting is in a debate room or something. It's a classroom, and there's this like rich kid trying to diss Arjun for being poor and for being from Noida, which I don't really. So I don't live in India, so I don't really know what's like the association with like somebody being from Noida or like main Delhi, or I don't know, but apparently him being from Noida was also like a thing that he's like from. Anyways, so this rich kid is dissing him, and then to diss him back, there are these just bunch of like weird ass dialogues that it makes you like it feels like something's crawling up on your skin, and it's Ibrahim Ali Khan and his disgusting dialogue delivery. It's so bad. It made me literally crawl out of my skin. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. It made me crawl out of my skin because it was just so bad. And as his like, final like, oh, who would you want to vote for? This guy or me? And this man lifts his shirt up to show his honestly mediocre abs. No, okay, I'm being a little too harsh. His abs are not bad. His abs are fine. It's okay. They're good to look at. But not like that. Ew. What the fuck? Why did you lift your shirt up? What does that have to do with a debate? What does that have? So basically, they're fighting to become debate captains. And what does that have to do with it? What does your ab have to do with you being the captain for the debate team? Because you didn't really say anything smart there, you know? Like the thing is, okay, one more point in this movie. They both are supposed to be like really academically amazing. You know, they're supposed to be like they're supposed to be the smartest kids in school, both of them, right? But they never say anything academically intelligent in the entire film.
You get to be on my grid.
Your grade! Oh my god! Not interested.
I'll pay you. एक हफ्ते का 10K flat fee.
एक हफ्ते का
Not once do we see them say something that's like, whoa, wow, amazing. These are the smart kids. It's really bad. The movie was literally like a child wrote it, and a child was like, yeah, you know what? This is my passion product, and I really want to try something for the first time. So I'm going to make this film. That's exactly how it felt. Cause like there's no context behind why things are happening except for the fact that she's looking for a made up boyfriend, and then like all of these like after him lifting up his shirt, Pia sees him and she's like, that's the guy I want. That's the one I want. And she tries to pursue him, gives him a whole history. So basically the thing is her family wanted a boy for some reason, which is that was such a weird little point to bring out, but their family wanted a boy because like they have this J Swal and Sons like law firm or something, and only a son can handle it apparently. So that's why like the mom kept on trying, and the dad wasn't really very like up and about it. So that created a lot of problems eventually, and then they just kind of like drifted apart. But they live in the same house, but the dad is like like hanging out with other girls and having his fun, and the mom's just sad and still rich and still pretty and like outgoing and stuff like that. Anyways, after a bunch of bullshit and her history, he decides to, okay, I'm gonna finally become your boyfriend. And then they have a very cringy montage of like her posting him on Instagram, not telling her friends about it for some reason, even though that's the only reason why she did it in the first place. But she doesn't want to tell her friends who it is. I honestly, I'm sorry, but I know I'm not doing a good job at explaining what this film's about, because it's just there's no point. Okay, there's literally no point in why this film was made, and there's no point in explaining this film either. It's just that bad, you guys. After this montage, we get like a snippet into the family dynamics, and had to change the angle for a bit because I got a little too heated. But yeah, so after the whole montage, we have moments of her introducing him to the friends and then the family, and then when she's introducing him to his family, all of a sudden there's this whole talk about her being good at arguing and like she's actually smart, when we're not even shown it even once in the entire film. And Arjun is actually pitching for her. He's like, no, she's the smartest girl in the room. She's so good. She's just so like articulated, and like she's so intellectual and like so smart and intelligent. And we've actually never seen that. We actually, honestly, we hate Pia. Pia is actually mind-numbingly very stupid rich girl. I'm sorry. It's just like, it's like it's I just don't see it. Like, where was the smartness? We were never actually shown smartness from her. But apparently she's actually really good at it. She kind of gives her parents a demo, and the father's like, whoa, you were so good. You were so like, you look at how well you just phrased your argument. You're ready to become a part of the J Swallen and Sons law firm. Literally, one argument it took you one argument to realize that she's actually good. and you've known her your whole life. She's your daughter. You're telling me not once has she given you a chance to like actually look at her and realize that she's smart? No, you just judged, and you've been giving her criticism for not being a boy her whole life. That's so what the fuck does that even mean? And like the thing is, they just want the audience to eat this shit up. They're like, don't question anything, okay? Don't question any of it. Eat it up. Eat the shitty stuff up. And there's a lot of cringiness to it. Just bunch of cringy shit. I'm gonna try and add clips of it because God, it's gonna be fun to like have you guys agree to my point of view. But yeah, we just have a lot of non-expressions and just mind-numbingly dumb dialogues, and we have zero chemistry between the two, okay? So there are two awkward kisses that they share at the end of the film, and the entire confession, oh my god, the entire confession scene is insane. It's the worst thing that you've ever seen, because that also makes you want to crawl out of your skin and makes you want to dump yourself in a well. But like, you're not supposed to be feeling that way because you should be doing that to the movie. The movie is supposed to be feeling that way, not us. Okay? I'm gonna be honest though, this movie's getting shit on it. This movie is getting shat on consistently since it's come out. And I predicted it. I have proof. Letting my friends know that I know it's going to be a shit show. I'm just so proud of it. I'm so proud of the fact that I knew that it was going to be a shit show when, like, I literally just saw a teaser of it and the music video, and I knew this was going to be a shit show. The thing is, I did have high expectations from Ibrahim Ali Khan because he did have good, like, he had like nice personality in front of the paparazzi, and a small little clipping of him that came out which kind of went viral was like just like his personality showcase, and like, you know, you had expectations and he looks exactly like his father, so it's like, wow, maybe he might change the course of nepotism, he might change my point of view on that. But no. And Kushi Kapoor, I had known that she was just not it. I think, honestly, just because I want to be a little bit more mellow and nice about this, I'm going to be honest. She's not the worst looking person on earth, and she's not, but she just doesn't have the actor in her. And that's okay. Do something else. You don't have to be an actress just because your mom was. Rest in peace, Shri Devi. And my mom loves Shri Devi. She grew up on her songs. She's danced her songs consistently. And like, you know, when you see like the person that you idolize so much and then their kids are just like bland like that, it just like ugh. So yeah, my mom was not happy either, and we both sat and watched the entire film. So that was just like just no. Do not, please, never cast people like this again. And I know no matter how much I say it here, no matter how much I want to say it outside, it's just not gonna happen because Nepo kids are gonna keep on getting hired no matter what. There's just there's just so much I can tolerate, to be honest. If Bollywood wants to keep on going like this, then go ahead. I'm not gonna stop ya. Can't stop ya. But it's just very upsetting that things that I grew up with, things that I loved, are just turning into this. And I don't want it. There are good movies, there are good potential actors who could have done a better job at this, but no, you wanted to hire people who are in the industry, within the industry. Go ahead, do it. And then you just have bad publicity all over the place. I know bad publicity is also good publicity, but is it really worth all the trouble? I don't know. Something to think about, something to process. I probably have a couple more things to say about this one because I had a lot of thoughts and I should have written them down. I had like funny jokes and stuff. Oh, one part that I just remembered. I feel sad for the editors. I feel so sad for the editors because we had to handle them for 2 hours. That's it. But they had to sit through all of this bad acting. Also, the fact that they're in the entire film, you can't hear the protagonists, the main leads, actual voices. They're all dubbed. It's so weird. Almost as if they were just told, oh, just blabber shit, and then we're just going to dub your voice on top of it anyway. It sounds very AI. It sounds very robotic. It does not feel real. The entire film feels like lucid dream. It's so bad. And I'm even just because I suffered, I don't want you guys to suffer as well. That's why I'm just letting you guys know. But I'm pretty sure most of the people who I know and who watch Bollywood have already watched this movie and probably will relate to this feeling, because it was very painful to sit through that and watch the entire thing. And just, even at the cringiest moments when you have to hold yourself and not go, "Ugh," it's just, it's so tough. It's really, really, really tough. And I can't express more how much I hate this movie and how much I hate everything around. Like, I just hate everything about it. It's bad. It's all just bad. But more power to them, because they're still gonna keep on thriving, and people who are actually talented might not get the opportunities that they're supposed to. So it is what it is. But I think I'm done being mad. I think I got my feelings out for the moment. I just don't think I can deal with this shit anymore. But yeah. Thank you guys for processing with me today and listening to this rant of a review that I had on the film. I hope you don't see anything this bad and feel like your entire childhood and your entire genre of movies that you love so much has been ruined with this one film. But yeah, I love you, I guess, and keep on watching me, subscribe to me, and like my videos, and keep processing. Bye.